How is it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Pokemon ROM video. Now, reminder, we do play all the ROMs that we talk about on this channel, so I will be giving my own personal opinion on it and giving my first ever gameplay on this ROM. Make sure to stay tuned for that. But the Pokemon ROM that we will be talking about today is a quite difficult one, and it challenges players to escape a cave as quickly as possible. And this game is called Pokemon Cave Escape. A game that is quite similar to Pokemon Maxie's Island, but in its own way. But before we dive into this great ROM hack, make sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe if you have not, and join the Discord to stay updated with everything on my channels. With that all out of the way, guys, let's get into it. Now, this ROM hack could actually be the first one released of 2025. It was released in early of January, and this game is all about having an escape room mentality. It was made for experienced players who want to test their skills with tricky puzzles featuring Pokemon from generations 1 to 9. You will have to think smart and use strategy to solve puzzles and beat tough trainers. Your goal is to escape the cave, where the cave begins before time runs out. Honestly, I played and went through Pokemon Maxie's Island, and I love that idea of a game. It was very challenging for me, and I struggled a lot. I know a lot of you have probably played that game, so I suggest giving this game a chance to prove itself worthy. Now, this game uses classic Pokemon gameplay mechanics to create puzzles like tasks that players must solve to progress. The game features challenging overworld puzzles and tough trainer battles that require creative thinking to move forward. Now, this game is the creator's first ROM hack. It was made by the creator Ketchup Plant. Having an escape room as being your first GBA ROM hack, I got to give you credit. That is one way to start off your journey as a mod. But this battle mechanics of this game are up to Generation 9. This game includes 3 overworld puzzles and 6 tough trainer battles. These battles require a mix of items and game mechanics to solve it. Battle RNG has been removed, ensuring more predictable outcomes. For example, a 70% chance accuracy move always hits, and a second use of Protect will always fail. None of these battles rely on the AI making mistakes. No battle strategy relies on the AI playing poorly or ignoring important moves. There's an NPC who can offer hints, but each hint also adds more time to your in-game clock. You won't get stuck unless you actively try to do that. I feel like this will be me in this game, so we'll see how I do. Every puzzle step is fair, and any solution that's not immediately obvious will be hinted at some sort of point. Now, looking into some early reviews on this ROM, it's getting some really positive feedback. For someone's first ever ROM hack ever made, I'm very excited to try this out. Now, with all that being said, let's dive into Pokemon Cave Escape and see how far I can get. So we get a quick introduction of the game and choose our character. Now, there are spoilers up ahead, so for those who want to play this game, skip to the end for my own thoughts. So we arrive on an island surrounded by a bunch of people. We have one Pokemon, which is Toxicroak, holding a heart scale. His moves are Thief, Roleplay, and Sunny Day. Now, usually for these games, these moves are there for a reason, and we have to use them in specific battles. When talking around, we find someone selling a Mach Bike, but we have $0. So eventually, we're gonna have to get enough money to buy it. I feel like each of these people here are there for a reason and give hints for you for later on events. So as we head north, there's a room full of trees and a Pokemon PC. When I boot it up, there's no other Pokemon in this PC. So I thought there has to be a reason why it's there. So I go ahead and check the item inventory. And there we find a Great Ball. I don't know why we need it yet, but I think it's going to be useful down the line. Other than that, there's 2 people in this room. One person gives you a hint, and the other is looking for a perfect Smeargle who will trade you for a Gardevoir. Now in this bag we have a bunch of nuggets, the heart scale we got off of Toxicroak, the HM strength for some reason, and the great ball we just got. Now as we head east we bump into a trainer. And well, this battle ended very quickly because his slacking just absolutely one-shotted me using Facade. Well, I guess that's not the route we take right now. We have to find a different alternative, so we head down the ladder where we're now in a cave. Now in the patch of grass, we encounter a level 100 Salazzle. Now I don't think we have to kill it because that would be impossible. Plus with the Great Ball, I don't think we're supposed to catch it either. So my first instinct was to use Thief, but it kept using Protect, which is very annoying. Now once I used Thief, I was able to get an item off of it, TM10. Now deciding maybe I wasn't supposed to kill it, I thought I would just run away, which worked. Now the HM we got from a Salazzle was Hidden Power. Now we have to find a place for that as well and when to use it. Now past the patch of grass, there is one of these ice puzzles. And going around, there are two ways to do it. One to get a berry and another one to get a Pokeball. So I have to think which one I have to go to. And this was not easy. I just felt like I was going around in circles. Now after trying this for about 20 minutes, I decided to leave and maybe see if there's other stuff I have to do to progress in the game. Now on the west side, I jumped over this little hill and I realized there was a trainer that I had to battle. Now I was able to beat her Kecleon and her Zangoose. I won Rock Smash and won a lot of money. But the downside to it, I was stuck. Now you can talk to this girl again and she'll transport you back to the other side. But the downside to it, you'll lose everything you just won. The money, Rock Smash, and everything else. So I tried this a couple of times, trying to find a solution to get out of this loop. Now I know I needed the money and Rock Smash, but something was just not clicking. Now while looking around for options, I ended up heading to my trainer card. And there I found this little RULUR, this little code that I had no idea what to use for. Then all of a sudden it kind of clicked with me. Right, up, left, up, right, down. It was a sequence of movements. So right away, I connected that to that ice cave that we were in before. So I took a break trying to battle this girl and gain Rock Smash and headed towards that cave. Now all I had to do was just follow this sequence and it led me right to this berry tree. Well, at least we've made some sort of progress in this game. Now my next move was to teach Toxicroak Hidden Power and see if that changes anything. Now realizing that Zangoose always uses Final Gambit on me and kills himself makes me realize I have to block that from happening. So I was able to use Roleplay and steal Kecleon's ability to turn me into a Ghost type. This will possibly counteract Final Gambit and I'll be able to get this out of the way. Now once he's unable to hit me, I realized my only bet is to try running away. Because all I've done is beat him and always get stuck. So I want to try something different. And well, this time around, it actually worked. And I was transported back to the beginning. Now, even though we didn't get the money for beating this trainer, we were able to hold on to Rock Smash. And it will help us progress in this game. Now, after breaking the boulder, it led us to this little section. And in the patch of grass, we found a Smeargle. This is the one Pokemon that trainer wanted to trade for. So I tried throwing the Great Ball, and well, it didn't work out the way I thought it was going to be. I guess that was going to be a too easy solution. So I went up the ladder right beside to see what that room was all about. And there we find another puzzle waiting for us. But this time with boulders. That was so funny, while I was recording this gameplay, I was streaming it for a friend. He loves Pokemon and loves a challenge when it comes to puzzles. And while I was doing this, he was getting very irritated the way I was trying to make this puzzle work. So he ended up downloading it and we tried to get this done together. Now his method worked a lot better than mine because over time I started to get very frustrated with this puzzle. But he just kept going and we were able to work together and get that Pokeball. Now inside the Pokeball, we were able to get Toxic Orb. Still not sure what these items do, but again, we progressed in the game. Now I played this game for about 2 hours, trying to get as many puzzles done as possible. It was very challenging, I even had to get a friend to help me out. Now he also really enjoyed the game. Yes, it was challenging, but it wasn't cruel to you. Yes, it was hard, but only soft resetted you back to where you need to be. You knew it wasn't super impossible. It felt like there was a solution, but just had to work a little harder to get it. For those that love puzzle games and really using your brain, this is the game for you. Honestly, it did push me to my limits quite a bit. That's why I had to get a friend involved to help me. I didn't want to cheat and look up any guides, but he helped me out a lot. Now overall, this game is fun, it's challenging, and really makes you work. Now every progress you make in this game is actually very satisfying, because if you're stuck there all the time, it's good to get out of that same spot. Now I really enjoyed Pokemon Cave Escape, and let me know in the comments down below if this is a Pokemon ROM hack you are going to try in the future. Or if you've played it already, let me know, have you beaten it and how long did it take? Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.